Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas directed U.S. immigration authorities to stop mass worksite arrests. The question now, is this a step towards broader immigration reform or not? NBC 7's Mark Mullins spoke with the man who runs The Boundless. It's an online company that helps guide immigrants through the legal system.
Homeland Security Secretary, as you know, directing immigration authorities now to stop mass worksite arrest of undocumented people. And also enforcement efforts, they're saying, should focus on holding unscrupulous employers accountable. What's your reaction?
I think at the core, this is a fundamentally incomplete policy, right? I think it will unfortunately widen this gap in perception between the two sides, where pro-immigration groups will feel that this is great from a humanitarian perspective and helping people's lives. And then anti-immigration groups will point to this as yet another example of the current administration turning a blind eye towards illegal immigration. And without additional immigration reform, I think that this will just exacerbate some of these issues, right? So at its core, I believe that people on both sides are undocumented and anti-illegal immigration and workers. And so, these workers, they're put in these positions of being easily exploitable and aren't fully able to contribute to the economy, to their local communities, et cetera. And while this is just one side of the thing, what we actually need is wholesale immigration reform to address this problem at a systemic level.
It's easy for any administration to say they're going to crack down on exploitative employers. And of course, that's a good thing. Do you think there is enough effort to crack down on employers who may not be exploiting the employees, but who may not be vigilant in checking immigration status of their prospective workers?
No, because I think in the end, anyone who is employing undocumented immigrants will have a level of power and level of fear that they can instill in their workforce that exploitation just becomes a matter of degree. And even if employees, like what Secretary Mayorkas is proposing, are protected from deportation and other penalties, if they report their employer, what are they going to do? They're still at risk of losing their livelihoods, and they might be ostracized by their community as others might lose their livelihoods. And then they don't have any other good additional options.
Although Wang says the proposal is far from sweeping, he says he's hopeful there might be the political will and the votes to narrowly pass big immigration reform, something that hasn't happened for decades.